Riders and Learners, we are here with an interesting video. It's really about the TEC foot pegs, passenger foot pegs, and also trying out the Ace Pro, Insta 360 Ace Pro video. So I'm not using it right now necessarily as a moto vlog on the bike, but I wanted to test it out with this as I do a little install. I tried also testing this out with my, not AirPods, but these little Sony buds I have. And I think they're really just for listening to playback, but I'm still messing around with this. So there's no audio on that portion. So here we go with the TEC foot pegs. I wanted these because, as you can see, they fit a little bit better in terms of the black foot peg and frame look outside of the originals. So I used a 13mm spanner to get back there. One of the main differences is that the original foot pegs have the silver, and there's a little, I don't know what I'd call it, but some sort of peg that goes in between the two holes near the frame to keep it in, kind of to keep it locked in there. But the TEC ones, they don't. It's just a bolt. So what I thought about doing, after I also noticed that the foot pegs, that bolt that came with the TEC ones, I thought they were a little too long. Actually looked a little obnoxious in the back if I look near the rear wheel. So I actually thought I was about cutting them, and then I had second thoughts. It just seemed like the better thing to do would just leave them, at least for now, see how it looks, and it looked just fine to me. You know, the foot pegs kind of go all together because that's a whole TEC system right there, TEC USA. That's where I got these from. There's a little cut spot, but I may actually cut them later at another point in time. But I'm thinking for my pillion, it'll be very comfortable. I think that they look pretty sleek. And, you know, what I also wanted to make sure is that I position them, even though it's a cylinder look, you can't really necessarily get it wrong because, you know, every side of it is more or less the same. I wanted to at least try and make sure that they were somewhat even in terms of the install. So as you can see, it's poking out a little bit from the inside. I may cut it later, but hey, I think it was fine. Alright folks, so after a little experimentation, as you saw, at first I was going to cut the bolts to make it shorter, or even reuse the bolt that the Royal Enfield factory ended up making. But one, I think the Royal Enfield bolt, it's a little bit different. So even though it was shorter and it was black, which I liked, I was like, I'm not going to go through the trouble of taking that apart to put that back on. Just use a fresh bolt. Instead of cutting it, I'm just going to use it. If anything, I might cut it later when I have some time. But for now, for now, we're just going to keep it the same. So anyway, it's 96 degrees. We're done here for the day. See you later.